Hey guys, welcome to Protein Treats by Nutracelle. Like many of you, I struggled with my weight most of my adult life. And one of my biggest downfalls, bread. So today I'm gonna show you how to make a high protein, low carb, super delicious bread. And I know you're thinking, well, it's probably complicated and it's gonna take forever. It's not. Stick around with me, I'm gonna show you how easy it is and how yummy it is. Okay, so you're gonna wanna preheat your oven at 350 degrees and just get a loaf pan and get some parchment paper, fold your parchment paper in it and have that set aside for when you're gonna put your batter into it. It's so great because you never have to worry about your bread sticking inside that pan. You're also gonna need half a cup of butter. You can use any other kind of oil. So you could use avocado oil, you could use melted coconut oil, or you could use olive oil. I'm using butter. I have half a cup of our Canadian Prince Edward Island butter that I'm using here. You're also gonna need half a dozen whole eggs. And I've got 3/4 of a cup of coconut flour. That's what we're using to replace regular wheat flour. So much better for you. A lot of people don't realize this, but whole wheat bread, if you had 2 slices of whole wheat bread, it will spike your blood sugar as high as Skittles, as pure candy. So that's why we want to stick with a coconut flour, because it's going to keep your blood sugars nice and stable. Then we've also got 2 tablespoons of vinegar. You can use, like I am, apple cider vinegar, or you can use white vinegar if that's what you have on hand. And you're gonna need 1 teaspoon of baking powder and baking soda. That's gonna make the bread rise a little bit so it's not quite as dense. And 1 teaspoon of salt. And we're gonna need half a cup of our natural Nutracelle. And what's so great about that is, in addition to 30 grams of 100% whey protein, there's also 10 grams of prebiotic fiber. And that is so important for our gut flora. Our gut flora is one of the most important things in helping us maintain our weight and lose weight. So let's get this all put together so I can show you how easy this is. We're gonna start with our wet ingredients first. So I'm putting in my melted butter, all of our eggs, and I was just reading a study the other day that eggs are associated with a much lower mortality risk, and people who eat more eggs actually live longer. So there you go. And our apple cider vinegar. You might be wondering, why are you putting apple cider vinegar in there? But it actually also helps your bread to rise a little bit. This is a really dense bread, so everything we can do to help it get a little bit fluffier. So all I'm gonna do is, just using a whisk, I'm gonna make sure that it's evenly mixed. You don't have to overdo it. It just has to be a pretty even consistency. Okay, then in a separate bowl, we're gonna add in all of our dry ingredients. So we're gonna add in all of our dry ingredients, and same thing, we're just gonna mix everything up really well. Make sure we get our natural Nutracelle in here. And then once again with your whisk, you're just gonna make sure that you get all your dry ingredients mixed through really well. Okay, so once you have your dry ingredients mixed up, all you're gonna do is put your wet ingredients right in. So we're just gonna go ahead, pour that in, and then just using our wooden spoon, we're gonna go ahead and hand mix this. Now, if you're wondering, my recipe for the coconut bread is actually in our cookbook. It's right here, and you can find that at Nutracelle.com. It will be coming out really soon. It has all sorts of really great low carb, high protein recipes, so you can get rid of all the flour and sugar in your life. Now, you don't want to over mix the batter. You just want it mixed so that all the way through you don't have a bunch of dry area. You want it to be nice, even consistency. And then all we're gonna do is push your parchment paper down, and then all we're going to do is go ahead and put our batter right into the pan. And then just smooth it out, even just with your spoon. You do want it to have a little bit of texture so it has that homemade look. Okay, so your bread is gonna look just like this, and now we're gonna pop it in the oven for about 40 to 45 minutes. Oh, this smells so good, and it was so easy to make. Look how good that is. And of course, now that you have bread, you can have everything. Toast in the morning, grilled cheese sandwiches, you name it. And I'm gonna grab my parchment paper here on the side, just lift it right out. And there we go. Absolutely delicious, wonderful bread. Make sure you stick around till the end because we're gonna show you some of the amazing before and after pictures of our incredible viewers who have been losing weight like I did, following an extra healthy, high fiber, high protein, and low carb diet. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut off a little bit of this. I'm not even waiting for it to cool. Look at this. You guys, if you thought you were gonna miss bread, you don't have to miss bread anymore. I'm gonna do the taste test here. Oh, this is so good. A little bit of butter, a little bit of cheese. What more could you ask for in life? This is so good. If you want more recipes like this that will help you lose weight, help you stay healthy with all your favorite foods, tune in every Friday. Make sure you subscribe. Tell me what you want me to make for you next time. I love hearing your feedback and your comments. All right, you guys, have an awesome week. Bye now.